we're back. I went to your handout and reduced the space here so that there's a little bit more space here, but there's not much I can do about the actual space, okay? So in order to keep it on one page. Okay, so G, U, E, S, S. We're going to pick up where we left off, which was C. So we're still following the instruction, using the guess method, rewrite each equation in slope y-intercept form, then state the slope and y-intercept. So what's been given? X minus 4y plus 8 is equal to 0. The unknown, rewrite each equation in slope y-intercept form. So write the equation in slope y-intercept form. Okay, then state, that's our other verb, right? So rewrite is an action verb, right? State is another action verb. State, then state slope, which we know is equal to m, and y-intercept, which we know is equal to b. Okay, so I shorten the int to intercept. Equation. Okay, so we want to use the slope y-intercept form. Okay, so we want to use y equals mx plus b as our equation. Okay, so we need, because right now we know that y equals is 1y. Okay, so right now we want y on its own side, but right now that's not happening. Okay, so we need SAMDEB and opposite operations. Might be able to actually reduce this space here. Okay, so make this a little bit thinner, and then there's more space up here. All right, so take the E, the U, the G, all that information from those areas and put it into this solution space. So we're going to start with the equation, x minus, let's move it over a little bit because we seem to get squished in some areas. Okay, so x minus 4y plus 8 equals 0. Okay, so the y is on the left side. So y on left side. Okay, put it in a bubble maybe. Okay, so then the opposite, okay, no y on left side. Put that in a bubble so we know that's the rule. Or no y on right side. Alrighty, so we need the list of SAMDEB. We know that that's bedmass, B-E-D-M-A-S, bedmass spelled backwards. Alright, so let's follow the rule. Y is on the left side. X is not following this rule, right? X is not the Y on the left side. It's an X. So when we say X has to go to the right side, we look at the sign. So we don't say it's negative, okay? If x was negative, we'd have to read negative x, right? But we don't. So we understand that to be a positive. So that's moving. If it's positive, it goes next to the A for addition, okay? So positive x is adding x. We have to do the opposite, which is subtracting x, okay? Subtract x once on the left and once on the right, okay? So positive 1, we understand it to be a 1. So positive 1 minus a 1. Okay, so 1 x-ray minus 1 x-ray cancels themselves out. If we need to, we type it into the calculator, right? 1 minus 1 equals 0, right? Okay, so then we have minus 4y plus x equals 0 minus x is just minus x because there's nothing to have, right? So we only have minus x left. Okay, so then here, do the same thing on the left as we do on the right. So the minus 4y follows the rule y on left side, but this plus x, okay, is not following this rule. So we have to do the opposite. So next to the a is adding 8. So we have to do the opposite to move it over, is subtracting 8. So if you're not writing this down, okay, you need to, so that you have a list of the things that you want to do. Okay, so this is your to-do list, right? So you're adding 8 here, you're adding 8 here. One's to the left, one's to the right. So, oh, sorry, that's a subtract. Better get that subtraction there. Right, so do I know why I made a mistake? I was supposed to do the minus 8, okay? Minus 8, okay. So y has a y. So this thing, negative 4y, it cannot be combined to this 8, right? Because they are unlike. So this plus 8 minus 8 cancels itself out. But if I didn't know, right, I'd go 8 minus 8, okay, is 0. All right, so this minus x has an x, but this minus 8 has no x. So they're unlike, right? They're unlike. So we'd have to just rewrite them in the way they are. So we'd get minus 4y, these would cancel out, equals negative x minus 8. All right, so again, to the left. What do we do to the left? We do to the right. So this here is not a 1y. So we still have the y on the left side, okay, but we have to understand that the goal of slope y-intercept is the y equals 1, positive 1y, right? So right here, negative 4 is multiplied to the y. So next to the m for multiplication, the question is multiplying by negative 4. So we have to do the opposite, which is dividing by negative 4. So we divide negative 4 once on the left, once on the right. Negative 4 divided by negative 4, if I didn't know, negative 4 divided by negative 4 is equal to 1, right? So 1y equals, the negative 4 divides the negative x and the negative 8. So negative x over negative 4 and negative 8 divided by negative 4. Okay? So 1y is the same as y equals negative divided by negative is positive. This is a 1. Now, if I don't understand that 1 divided by 4 will give me a decimal, I can type that in. So I'd go 1, which is negative. I divide it by 4, which is negative. It gives me a decimal, okay? I don't want a decimal, so all I want to do is simplify the signs, right? If I hate to hate, I'm loving, okay? So then I write 1x over 4. That's how I do it, okay? Because I don't want 1 over 4 to change to a decimal. I don't want that, okay? Okay, so here, negative divided by negative. If I hate to hate, I'm loving. 8 divided by 4 is 2. But if I didn't know that, I would go 8, which is negative, divided by 4, which is negative, is equal to 2. So positive 2. I'd have to compare that to y equals mx plus b. Okay, so the x in front of the x is the 1 over 4, and the b is with no x. So I would have m is equal to 1 over 4, b is equal to 2. But I know that m is the same as slope. So slope is 1 over 4, and I know that the b is y-intercept. Okay, so from here, I know that since m is positive 1 over 4, and b is 2, therefore that means the slope is 1 over 4 and the y-intercept is 2. So my s in my sentence, okay, I say, therefore, y equals, where is it? It's right here. Okay. y equals 1 over 4x plus 2 is the slope y-intercept form. Okay, where slope is equal to 1 over 4 and the y-intercept is equal to 2. Now it's your turn to try. Make sure that you email me if you're having problems.